Here we go. I've been on the run. The shadow is
We're talking on a mic and something. Give me a high five.
Unofficial, official song. We should come up with an official intro song because I'm getting sick and tired of getting copyright.
Dos pendejos.
All right, guys. Good morning.
Pendejadas.
We're here. We're doing.
Should it be a cumbia?
It should. Yes.
Dos pendejos.
Fucking why not?
Pendejadas.
So we're here. We're doing another podcast. We're trying to go back and doing our weekly updates. Before we get into our shenanigans of movie talks and random news talks, since now we're both rocking mics. Well, rocking laptops now. We're trying to be more professional. Our mic broke, so.
Do you really need a laptop? All your information is at the tip of your fingertips on your freaking smartphone.
Yeah, but then I want to go through my phone again and get distracted easy. This is just easy to skip through. Before we get into our daily debauchery, we are drinking Giants 95 proof, which you haven't tried yet.
Right off the bat, not bad.
Very corny. Full of corn.
It's not bad.
You find it surprising that this ended up winning the bracket.
This is, I mean, yeah. The more I let it linger, it's.
And we actually had to do the ice test and shit with it against the Blue Label, and yeah, this ended up winning, beating the Blue Label.
Oh wow, yeah, this is pretty good.
So I want
95 proof.
Yeah. So I want you to try.
It's only 11 in the morning.
Fuck it. Shit happens, man. We gotta roll with it.
Why's it called Giant?
That's the new name of the distillery, and I'm thinking that's a callback to. I'm assuming it's a callback to what's that movie? The Oil Man.
The Oil Man.
It's called Giant, but it's the actor that died. He only did like 3 movies. The one that used to drive the little rotten bastard.
I still don't know what you're talking
well,
about.
fuck it. That's what we got Google for. Actor from Giant, because my mind is slipping. That should be a disgrace for not knowing this. From the film Giant. No. There you go. James E.
Ah.
Yeah.
I never watched Giant.
You know what? It's like one of his most iconic movies. The reason why people thought he was the greatest actor in the world. Even though he did 3 movies.
Maybe I do need to watch it.
Yeah, it's one of the first oil movies. He's pretty much like There'll Be Blood type shit. Like he just gets corrupted. And story of all the time. But yes,
it's really good. I'm fairly impressed. Coming out swinging, man.
I know.
With the good stuff.
Wait till you
and
try.
It's 95 proof, so if you wait long enough, this is gonna get real interesting.
We're not gonna try to do it in 2 hours like last time. That's a lot. All the motherfucker has, especially with the system we try to use. Apparently, this laptop saved it at 180 HP, and so it took me 3 hours just to save it, re-edit it, because it wasn't reading it.
You mean 1080p?
Yeah.
That's a video.
Yes, exactly. And it took me forever just to edit down the audio because it was a video quality. So I'm like, fuck, 3 hour long video quality. So I figured out a way to edit that down, and I figured out how to suppress it lower. Because we don't need that much high standard. We ain't fucking Spotify. We ain't pushing out HD.
Alright.
Need enough for y'all to hear us.
Alright, what are we starting with?
Let's start with the Ghost in the Shell, or let's start with the obvious will be Amber Heard and her shitting on a bed, which everyone heard the story already, but it's now on official dockets.
I'm surprised that we have to like go back and listen to all this, even though there's damning evidence. Like she's on.
She is my ex.
There's an audio recording of her saying, "Yeah, I tried to fuck you over."
No, well, they have to go through the whole motion. That's one thing. 2, God damn, does Johnny Depp look the most depressing man on the planet right now.
He does it, but I love his reactions. I love
every time he objects, he smirks like, "What are you gonna do about next?"
Or every time he gets like he snaps back at the prosecution in such great ways, man. Like
his charisma comes through,
and it cuts like a knife, and it makes the prosecution look
like. Can I ask you a question? Like, are you gonna object to my answer? It's just like, damn. So I mean, and then Amber Heard the whole time.
Even while he's giving his testimony, he pauses every time he knows the prosecution is going to say something.
He's just like,
he can. I mean,
are you done? Are you ready? Yeah. So she cut my finger off.
But the whole trial is about libel and how her lies have cost him.
But the loophole, you saw the loophole she's going off, but she never once mentioned his name. That's the loophole. And then, of course, it's not really working because it seems like by guilty by association type shit where everybody knows she was talking about Johnny Depp. And then the other thing was with the Disney aspect of it, where Disney was already reportedly going to cut Johnny Depp out, but then this happened, so now they have a better reason to do it. It was weird. Johnny Depp officially says he ain't working with Disney anymore, which I don't.
Yeah. I saw the statement. He's like never doing another Pirates movie, and he's never.
never
obviously, we're not seeing him. They recast him, and they're about to release the movie.
No, they're not.
No. In the Fantastic Beasts.
Oh, and the Fantastic Beasts, yes, they recast it, and we need to get into that real quick because that one is a shit show of his own drama that the studio gave up on. But no, like they said that the new Pirates is in a hiatus now. Like nobody wants to touch it no more. It's such a black cloud over it. And John Jay's like, yeah, I'm not touching that movie. I'm not working with this anymore.
On the other side of the coin, man, like nobody's canceling Amber Heard
because that's a sexist thing. If people don't want to call it, but that's a sexist thing. It's a sexist.
It's like you're supposed to believe the victim,
exactly,
and she's making herself out to be the victim. But obviously, this whole trial is showing that Johnny's the victim.
Yeah, and then the fact that she finished her filming with Aquaman 2, just Warner Brothers just has a string of fucking bad luck. You got it'll just what's his fucking name? Miller, Ezra Miller, fucking beating up everybody on Hawaii land.
See, but like I get it. Honestly, like there's some perplexing things about the whole Ezra Miller situation.
We'll get to that. We'll go
back to the Johnny Depp thing.
So the Johnny Depp thing, it looks like he's gonna win this.
I hope he does, but there's also a countersuit for $100 million.
For what?
She's just countersuing. She's just
I'll reverse card. Who knows?
Reverse card. If you have enough money, you can just like put people in court forever.
I guess, but she's what is she living off of? What is her royalties? She hasn't done a lot of movies.
I mean, she did do Aquaman. She has done a few movies.
No, not notable movies. She's done a lot of independent movies. I know she's done a lot of shows. Aquaman, like, yeah, it's the only real big movie she's done. I think she did like a movie with Ben.
What was it? Angry Driver?
Oh, that was Let's go live off Nick Cage's movie Angry Driver.
Yeah, Drive Angry. My bad. Drive Angry. She was in 3 Days to Kill.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't she in what was that movie? Polar?
No, she was not in Polar.
That wasn't her in Polar.
No, it wasn't Polar. Her.
I mean, she's had a lot of work in the past few years.
I think the Danish Girl, one of it was a breakout role.
She was in Magic Mike.
Fuck, who wasn't in Magic Mike? Apparently,
she was in Machete Kills.
Holy shit, she was in Machete Kills. She was the new love interest.
But I mean,
yeah.
Also, remember Johnny Depp gave her a big settlement when they got divorced.
Yeah, because he wanted her out of her life. Like, I just want you out of my life. Here, take whatever.
So he paid her, and yeah.
He paid the bitch to leave, and she wouldn't leave. No, but a lot of the things that they talked about really resembles like my situation with my ex. Which is the whole every time.
You want to get personal on this one?
I will. Because fuck it. I don't got nothing to lose.
They don't know your ex.
Yeah, exactly. I got nothing to lose. It was just the whole aspect of.
Let's not do the personal. Let's just. I mean, we get you have a unique insight.
But it's the same. Like John would leave, his security would kick him out, and then like 5 seconds later she'd come like, "Come back! Don't go!" Like holy fuck! I'm getting flashbacks here. And so, just the finger thing is hilarious. Like, yeah, people don't think I cut my finger off, but then like, look, my finger's missing. It's just like, And he did while he was doing a press junket for Fantastic. Was it Fantastic Beasts or which movie? That he lost his finger and he had to go to work the next day with a swollen hand.
Probably Fantastic Beasts.
Was that or the Oriental Express?
No, he wasn't on that.
He was in the Murder on the Oriental. He was in there. He was the guy that got murdered.
Oh yeah, he was.
More reason why I like fucking the Nile more. You remember that person got killed.
I didn't remember Johnny Depp was in.
Exactly. He was the main key character of the whole movie.
Yeah, but he was dead the whole movie, and they had him like.
That's why I like the Nile more, because the Nile, it had a build up to the character that dies, so you got to give a shit about the character. John Depp's character in the Murder on the Oriental Express was like, oh, he's an asshole, dies in 5 minutes, and then he just in bed, easiest paycheck in the world.
Well.
All right, so your conclusion with the John Depp shit?
My conclusion. I mean, what conclusion can you draw? Look, this is like on Amber Heard. This is a deep blow to the Me Too movement, saying you should believe victims and shit like that. When obviously, men and women are both capable of terrible things. Women are capable of lying, especially about abuse.
Oh yeah,
and especially when there's money involved.
Yes.
Money sounds sexy? No, he's opening up another bottle of whiskey.
No, we haven't done scotch in a while. And I finally got
especially
scotch.
when there's money involved, dude. Like,
but that is sexy. When money's involved, people go crazy for that shit.
And it's disappointing that he was never investigated. There was never a criminal investigation or anything like that. He was just canceled on account of an accusation.
But he did get fired from.
He got I know he got fired from everything though. Nobody wanted to touch him.
A lot of his movie got dropped because the argument
all because of an accusation, no investigation.
Because the argument they were saying in the trial was that Disney was planning to drop him anyways, and that wasn't her fault. But I'm just like you're missing like the other aspect of it, which is
but also Johnny Depp hasn't done anything super terrible other than marry some manipulative lying lady. Yeah, I was gonna say bitch, but cunt maybe better.
Yeah, no, she's a cunt. She's a cunt that apparently takes a shit on people's beds.
He said he's not the best father, and he understands that. But she used that against him, and she would always use that as a knife to cut him.
That does cut teeth. When a woman tears down a guy's most insecure part about himself, that is a deep cut to guys, and y'all motherfuckers, y'all know how to do it.
But all the character witnesses say he's a really nice guy. He's an awesome guy.
Yeah, but he's self-insecure about it. Because remember, he is Johnny Depp and he has his lifestyle. He still gets blamed for fucking Joaquin Rivers Phoenix death.
She made fun of the fact that, what was the band he's in? Is it Velvet Revolver?
No, he's in a band, but not Velvet Revolver.
It's a bunch of old guys.
It's a bunch of old guys.
It's a bunch of, and she made fun of that. She's like, he's boring. He's a bunch of old guys who come over and jam, and want to be rock stars.
You married a fucking Johnny Depp, bitch. What the fuck? Like your career's so incredible. You have Drive Angry as your fucking cinematography credit. I don't want to hear you. You wear a horrible wig in Aquaman. They didn't even give her a natural color.
Red is a natural color.
Not her red.
No, not her.
That was a wig all day. That was a horrible wig at that. But yeah, Johnny Depp.
It's really sad what an accusation can do to someone.
Especially when he has substance, like he has issues with substance abuse. Like
she even used that against him.
He
was in withdrawal, and she would withhold his withdrawal medication.
Yeah. To fucking torture him.
Yeah.
Like, this man, is psychologically fucked up. And then I hate when they ask them, well, if she's so horrible, why'd you stay with her? Like, don't ask stupid questions like that.
Dude, we ask that shit all the time of women who stay with guys that beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, it's the same psychological aspect. Like, and I like his response was, because my dad stayed with my mom. It's one of those things, I'm not going to...
We're supposed to... We're expected to try to make it work.
Yeah. And so he's getting punished for trying to make it work. Which is a stupid, that rebuttal was so fucking stupid from the prosecutor.
Oh, they tried to bring up those stupid texts where they used a metaphor.
Oh, yeah.
Where the metaphor is going for the throat. Or the original metaphor is going for the jugular, which is how a lion kills its prey. They go for the jugular and they suffocate by squeezing down
That's
her
why
throat.
you never want to say threatening things in text. 'cause that's
But if you're a reasonable person, you understand that that's a metaphor.
Oh, yeah.
And even later on, like they bring up the text where he's like, "I want to put my dick down your throat," is the metaphor. He's like, I want to do things to your throat, but I want to put my dick down your throat. This is what the prosecution brings up. This is stupid bullshit.
Let's deconstruct this.
Let's deconstruct this text about you wanting to do things to her throat.
The fact that there is now a script of this courtroom with that quote. So what do you mean by you want to put your dick down her throat?
No, he didn't say I want to put your dick down my throat. He's like, I want to do things to your throat that do not include injury.
The shitting on a bed is on a fucking on fucking transcript now.
Oh,
This is
man.
gonna be fun to reread once like 10 years passes and like let's do a case study. What you want to do, Amber Heard?
What do you think I want to do things to your throat that do not include injury means?
Skull fuck you, you dirty whore. Oh my god. Moving on because this is a good leeway to this. Because Amber Heard is a part of the new junkyard of fuck-ups of Warner Brothers Studios. Which includes her
What, were they going to do a mirror movie?
God, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Like, just throw anything on the wall, see if it sticks. Like,
It's like, she's a horrible person. She's a horrible cunt. She's super manipulative, and she ruined like a bunch of people's lives, and especially her husband's.
the original owner of Warner Brothers, which is AT&T, which apparently was a horrible fucking owner to begin with, because nobody liked working for AT&T. And apparently, neither did DC people, because you got Henry Cavill, who just walked away, saying, well, if you need me, call me. Fucking Ben Affleck, who just says, fuck you guys, I'm out. Gal Gadot, who's just there for the money, clearly.
Oh no, Gal and the other dude, the guy that played Cyborg, they're on the outs. They
quit too?
They quit because they didn't like the way they were treated on set by what? Kevin
But she's
Feige?
doing part 3. Yeah. No, not Kevin Feige. Josh Whedon.
Josh Whedon, yeah, Josh Whedon. They didn't like the way they were treated by Josh Whedon.
But what's her face? What's her the director's name?
He's not directing the third one though.
No, it's gonna be that chick. The same chick that been directing all the other 2 movies. It's just that I think they said the third one is gonna be the last one with her in it because they're planning on rebooting a Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Which is
dude. I mean, I think
it's time.
The first one was cool. I love the first one. The second one, she didn't really do anything except in the end, all her strength and all her fighting and Kristen Wiig looking all hot and shit. Kristen Wiig looked damn good in that.
I don't like the fact that they always have this hot chick playing an ugly nerd, and it makes no sense. Who in the right mind would believe?
I love Kristen Wiig before she played. Yeah, I love Kristen Wiig before, but like just knowing that she can achieve that level of hotness, it's like when she wants to.
It's amazing. Just take off the glasses.
Just take off the glasses. She is the female Clark Kent.
Just let it roll out. Just take it off. Like, what the fuck?
It's like it's the total definition of the woman that can do both. She can be like very
comedic and funny.
Comedic and funny and easy on the eyes, and then all of a sudden she becomes this hot
piece of ass.
I love it.
No, but
she's the woman that can do both. But like the second one was like, for all the strength and all the fighting and all the stuff, she basically just talked the man down off a ledge.
Pretty much. I can hear you. I rejoice. Like, what the hell? That movie, the first one was great. The second one, I feel like she is the reason why studios have to interfere with movies because the director had too much power. Like Patty Jenkins. So like I don't understand how Patty Jenkins in her right mind in part 2 had this plot device, a wish stone that can make anything happen, but yet still had the nerve to bring back Trevor in another man's body. That makes no sense. Like you're already having us.
It was an excuse to use Chris Pine.
No, but why not just bring back the Chris Pine character without raping this guy? Who
I know, right? This one guy, he has no control over his life for like the 3 days that this movie takes place in. Right?
Like this guy would not ever know that he got fucked by Gal Gadot.
Yeah. It's like,
or maybe did shit to each other.
Did she get my consent or something?
He's like, was I raped? Was I physically raped? This is not.
Oh, why does my butt feel weird?
Why is there women underwear in here?
What is that toy?
What is going on? Why?
Did I like it?
Why does my balls feel drained? Like, God, like, come on! You already have a wishing stone. You can't just physically bring back Chris Pine.
I know, right? Yeah.
It was dumb. I don't know what the hell she was doing. And then the cheetah thing was like, what the hell?
The CGI cheetah thing did like kind of kill a little bit for but I still love Kristen Wiig.
Oh, I love Kristen Wiig and the idea of how she got her powers. It's
Yeah.
just the reason why she became cheetah was dumb. They could have just stuck with the comic book version, which I think she's a species from, I don't know. I don't follow Wonder Woman's comic.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like they were more like paying homage to the TV show than the comics.
if that movie and that plot line and the way they use those story devices is any indication of what the third movie, then maybe they shouldn't make the third one.
Well, they have to because the contract.
Guys, she's under contract for 3 movies.
But they even said that they hinted that this is gonna be the last one. And then the Miller shit situation really kind of fucked everything up too, because I feel like they were gonna try to renegotiate. They have her come back, but then with the Miller situation, like we need to reboot this whole system, which I'm getting at here because Discovery bought them last week, right? So Discovery with a $43 million deal bought Warner Brothers from AT&T.
Now it's called Warner Brothers Discovery or something like that.
Which is very creative. So,
I mean,
I didn't know Discovery had that much money.
Keep it simple, stupid. I mean,
I didn't realize they had that much money. Discovery?
Hey man, Wicked Tuna.
That brings in a lot of fucking
It's Wicked Tuna. It's one of those like they have. Whenever I watch the Discovery Channel, I always see the fishing shows like the Wicked Tuna or the Living in Alaska or whatever, the Below Zero. And I love those shows at the same time, but like I still that doesn't
buy off a whole studio.
To me, yeah, you're right. That doesn't equate like millions or billions of dollars to be able to buy another studio.
Disney buying,
especially
Fox.
Warner Brothers.
Disney buying Fox made sense,
but at the same time, you're ignoring the fact that the guys running Warner Brothers said like a year ago or 2 years ago that they've been losing money for like 15 years.
So
they haven't.
AT&T bought a shit show.
Yeah, they bought a shit show basically they bought the name, and they're trying to rebuild the name.
And then,
but like Warner Brothers, remember Warner Brothers isn't just doing the DC universe in the cinematic sense. They're doing the TV verse too.
No, they have no control over TV.
They had no control over TV. I thought that's where they were losing the money.
Nah, they have no control over the TV verse. That was the issue, which was making more money than the movies.
I thought that's where they were losing the money.
No, CW, someone else owns. I think CBS owns the CW.
Well,
and so CW.
Still, I remember seeing the article where the executives of Warner Brothers say that they were losing money.
But now,
for
because
the past like 10 years,
CW got sold off. Like CBS sold CW off, and so now they own it. Discovery now officially owns CW and all their assets. So. It'll be, that's why, so what I'm getting at here, so now they want to do the Kevin Feige thing. So with this $43 million aspect, the person who runs it, I can't pronounce it, that sounds like such a candidate name. How do you pronounce that fucking name?
Zaslav,
whatever, Zaslav. Apparently he's a new owner.
Very Eastern Bloc.
He wants to do a Kevin Feige, which means he's going to give DC their own studio. To have their own playground and have one person managing it, one person making a building block like Kevin Feige, who has his fingers on everything. They want to put Superman up front instead of Batman. And they want to try to save the DCEU, but they understand that it might have to reboot it because of fucking Miller, who can't keep his nose out of a fucking gutter or clean. What up, Cat?
See, that's the thing is we don't know. Because every time I read the articles about Ezra,
I never hear that he's drunk.
Exactly. We never hear that it has anything to do with drugs or alcohol.
I just think he's a fucking asshole. He has anger issues.
But at the same time, also, like, I don't know. I think Ezra Miller might be unstable enough to think he actually is a superhero because he tried to take on the fucking Nazis He tried to take on the white supremacists.
I just think he's a cocky motherfucker, and they're gonna fall back on alcohol abuse. And I just think he's a fucking asshole.
But that's the thing. I want to hear the other side. I get there's always two sides to the story.
Yeah, but what right gives you to throw a chair at a woman?
That's what I'm saying. It's like where does this come from? It's like I want to see the justification. It's like, was she being an asshole or were you being an asshole?
Even if a woman's being an asshole, which it can be,
because like I said, we've seen him try to be the superhero. He took on the Nazis and he said like I'll either come over there and beat your ass, or you can come over here and I'll beat your ass here.
That's one thing, but like throwing a chair at a fucking girl.
Yeah, but like I said, we don't know the context.
He's not a guy. What context gives you the right?
Well, remember, he believes in equality.
Oh yeah,
he is.
You get it equal.
He is non-binary, right? He's non-binary, right?
You get the fist equal.
Yeah, you get you being a bitch, I'll beat the shit out of you.
People will bring up the incident. What was it, last year when he choked out that chick? But
he choked out somebody.
No, but that was
he broke into somebody's hotel room and then he threatened them and he stole their passports and their wallets.
No, but that was the chick incident. When he choked out the chick, that was a misunderstanding because they were being playful, and so that was just the way that's just. It was one of those things where one point of view looks better than the other.
Oh, okay.
So they were fucking around. That's why that shit got thrown out. But yeah, the passport shit. What the fuck? What the hell you think he is? Fucking
again,
equalizer?
yeah, exactly. It's like, what do these people do for you to try to like expend justice on them? You're not really the Flash.
I am Flash here.
I am Flash. I am vengeance.
So fucking. So yeah, so all he had to do was.
But in the big scheme of things, all of these like little justice episodes. They're putting the whole franchise in jeopardy because he's got a major movie for Flash coming out next year, and he's supposed to be in Black Adam too, right?
They hinted that he might guest spot in that movie, but I don't know now because they're gonna probably try to.
Girl, you know now.
They pushed back the Flash again.
Throw chess bitches' heads.
They fucking.
Girl, you know now.
I mean, they fucking push back the Flash movie again. They I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
I think they're still gonna release the Flash movie because they put too much money. There's too much money into that.
It's like
to
6
not
years,
release
6 years, 7 years in the making.
Right. There's too much at stake for it to not get released.
They have to win big on it. So they have to have his ass away from the spotlight, though. Like he needs to just go away. Just go away and disappear.
But there's so much we don't know. It's like, is this justice or is this just Ezra being an asshole?
I think Ezra's just being an asshole. And that's just the bottom line on that. It's just him being an asshole. That's it. But
careful, man. You never know where he's gonna be.
He's gonna show. Give me a passport. What the fuck? Hold on, motherfucker. Now, so yeah, DC is gonna do their own Kevin Feige thing. They want to leave Batman alone, even though they kind of disagree on the idea of that. They don't want to have another Nolan verse, what they call it.
I love that. What was wrong with the Nolan?
Nothing's wrong with it, but the fact that they want to have an intertwined series, and then Matt Reeves is all here I want to do my own thing, and I want to make a gritty Batman. It's been done already. First off, a controversial thought: the Batman is an overrated fucking movie. Boom.
Oh,
I said it.
The Batman is boring. The Batman is is an art piece for interested parties.
It's not even a Batman movie. It's 7. I've seen 7.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
I've seen that movie already. It's called 7. Y'all need to stop with this whole Batman is great. And then that Joker. The Joker's horrible. I don't care what kind of shit excuse y'all want to make up for it. It was it was a clear ripoff of Silence of the Lamb. It's a bullshit movie. Matt Reeves is unoriginal with this concept. Fuck off. I don't care. Nolan is still the number one person that got Batman right. And actually made it fun despite being dark.
Tim Burton was fun.
Hell yeah, Tim Burton was fun. I loved Batman Returns. People hate that one so much. And
I love Batman Returns. I loved Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
I love 89 Batman was great. 89 Batman, you watch it back and it's fun.
Yes, it is fun. Yes, he does kill people. And yes, he has guns.
Yeah, something fuck.
And yes, his freaking batarang is 30 pounds. It's like what was it, the rope thing?
Oh, the fucking grappling gun.
The grappling gun is as big as his arm.
Like a bazooka. God, how much you weigh?
I was like, you were hiding that somewhere?
And then the fact we're getting like this. Is how equivalent, how important the '89 Batman is. We're getting him as the new DCEU Batman now.
Right.
So boom, they're not like.
Or he's gonna be the old Bruce Wayne now,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So it's I don't know what to say. It's bad. It doesn't look good. They want to focus more on second tier shows, which means a lot more Peacemaker, which I'm okay with. I think they're gonna.
I like that Peacemaker works on these.
Second tier levels.
Yeah,
so.
these small side freaking stories. Even though, I mean, bugs taking over the Earth is still a big fucking deal.
It's still funny.
Spoiler, sorry if you haven't watched Peacemaker.
It's still funny.
At this point, if you haven't watched Peacemaker, what the fuck are you doing?
They're gonna do another Margot Robbie Harley Quinn movie. They haven't said exactly how or what they're gonna do with it.
I think
It
Birds
might
of
be the
Prey
Sirens.
was like a placeholder. It was
Birds of Prey was not supposed to be about her, but they made it about her because she sold. That's why that movie wasn't that great. And they tried too hard to be like Deadpool. That was my biggest gripe.
That's what happens when you let Will Smith come on you.
There you go.
Did he slap her too?
Hell yeah. She liked it.
Dude, Chris Rock has had to add shows. Like this,
Yeah, but he's been open to say he's not going to talk about
yeah,
the
he's
stuff.
not gonna talk about it, but it has done great things for his career.
I'm
Or
more
at least for this tour.
And more reason why I think this is all set up. But you know what? It's whatever.
And Jada Pinkett still like dances around the issues. He's like,
But
my family is healing.
I honestly feel like if it was a work and Chris Rock won big out of that work, this is not turned well for Will Smith.
It didn't.
Even though listen,
No,
Depends,
Look,
because-
the consequences have been like severely diminished. The consequences are almost non-existent. So he's not part of the academy. So he can't help decide who gets the next award.
He'd still win
and
an
he's
award.
he can still win an award. But he's also banned from going to the party, going to the big event.
who cares?
Who cares? Like what?
But
really,
no,
this
his-
isn't really.
Apparently, a lot of his projects got canceled. But a lot of his projects sounded stupid, and I feel like they were just an excuse.
Well, he
to
was
cancel.
always careful about what roles he took. That's
Well,
why he
shit.
didn't. That's why he didn't do the
He
second
was gonna do
Suicide
Blight
Squad.
number 2.
Huh?
He was gonna do Blight 2.
Blight, I think, was an okay movie, and it did leave open for a universe in the fantasy realm. In that realm,
Well, it's no longer gonna happen. They officially canceled it. Netflix officially canceled it. So, he gone. He had another movie with I think it was Dakota Fanning or somebody.
Dakota Fanning.
That it got canceled. I mean, a lot of shit got canceled. But then again, well, these are like movies in pre-production, not even turnaround. So it's like,
But it's not like in the short sight, it's not like he's gonna hurt him financially in any way.
it's gonna pass over.
Yeah, and in the long run, it's really not gonna hurt him at all. He's a good actor. He's a wonderful actor.
Just don't put his wife's name in his fucking mouth. That's all. That's all. What the hell just happened? All right. Well, how do you think about this one? I mean, yeah, I think you had it.
The Talisker is pretty good. It's tasty. Like this has good flavor.
Salty.
The other one, the Giant was smooth. This one actually has really good flavor.
This is my first Isle whiskey, and it's really, really salty, and I like it.
It does remind me a little bit of the ocean,
Well, yeah, because it's built on an ocean.
but at the same time, it's got that like kind of dry airiness of a Scotch.
Yes,
Because it is a Scotch.
It is a
and the
Scotch.
Giant was a bourbon.
it's a bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Scotch. It's an old age. It's an old age Scotch. So Scotch comes in 5 different categories: old, Highland, Lowland, Copetown, and there's something else. They're just expensive as fuck. That's why it's not that popular here, even though a lot of rich people prefer it over whiskey because of what you just said. It's more flavorful.
It's tasty, man. I want more.
Well, we can try the American version here from Yellow Rose here in a minute.
Yellow Rose.
Yellow Rose. So let's talk about your favorite guy that you love so much right now.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk trying to buy Twitter.
Dude, like Elon Musk is a two-sided coin. Like everybody has two sides.
I still think
but
Jeff
Elon
Bezos
Musk,
weird.
Elon Musk is a weird guy in the fact that he does things that people don't expect. He puts out ideas that people are afraid to do, and that's why his company is so freaking successful. But at the same time, on the other side, he does weird things that also affect him negatively. The great thing that he did about his company is there's no PR company. There's no sniveling weasel saying this looks good, this looks bad. And that's kind of why every time he comes out with something good, it freaking takes off. Because there's nobody like controlling its image. He just puts out good ideas, and the good ideas take off on themselves. But on the other side, dude, he does stupid shit, and there's nobody to tell him no. Like when he put a dude in a robot costume and says, "This is what we're working on."
That when he breaks the fucking unbreakable truck with a brick.
Yeah. He takes a freaking ball bearing to the freaking unbreakable truck and it breaks.
Earlier project. So, what we're getting at here, it says he was supposed to buy Twitter. A lot of people said no because it was considered biased. And so now he's going from a different angle. He's going to buy majority share.
The thing is, he had a deal with Twitter where he would buy, 9% or something like that? He would buy like 9%, but he couldn't be on the board. So he couldn't control.
I'll buy you.
And then, so without, he turned that offer down. And since Twitter is still a publicly traded company, he's like, I'll just buy as much stock as I can, or at least try to buy as much stock as I can, in order to buy majority stock.
Who honestly going to turn down the $43 billion offer to buy to buy that much share?
They might, because if they give him that, he basically can control what Twitter does.
Yeah, but whoever owns a Twitter stock, their stock prices will go up. Because right now it's trading at 73 shares.
So do you give up? Do you give up control for a temporary bump in stock prices?
Depends on how you see it.
Do you? Yeah, like
if you're.
I think this is more of a long game, and I'm okay with what Twitter's doing. And even right now, Twitter's stock is down because of them trying to deny Elon Musk what he wants.
No, Twitter stock's been down for a while. It's just the Elon Musk thing is not helping.
It went down after this incident.
I mean, like
it went down further.
But people don't understand. Twitter is really nothing. It is nothing. It's just there. It's there for Donald.
See, that's where Elon Musk doesn't think is nothing.
Yeah, because Elon Musk knows he has some weird ass cult followers that fucking do anything he says.
Trump didn't think it was nothing.
Yeah.
Twitter is where the conversation is, man. If you want to get people talking, go to Twitter.
Yeah, that's a good way to spread rumors.
It is.
Fuck that.
It really is. It's a good way to disseminate information. It's a good way to disseminate disinformation.
You're a disinformation.
I am a disinformation dude. Nobody knows.
I'm a lighter. You got anything to talk about?
What is monster? What is monster?
You got nothing to bring up?
What do you mean I got nothing to bring up?
You
want to talk about Alex Jones and InfoWars?
We'll get.
See, because I entertained the fact he called Sandy Hook a hoax, which I think is a stupid.
I know people that do believe that.
No. I don't think it's a hoax, but I do think there's enough evidence to say there that people knew about it and they didn't do enough. They didn't do anything. Just like there's the theory that people knew about 9/11 and they didn't do anything about it in order to capitalize on the.
But to me, 9/11 had more like proof that it was an inside job. Sandy Hook is just.
Dude, there were people waiting like not even 3 miles away. There was a like an army freaking battalion waiting not even like 3 miles away. In case the situation got out of hand. It did get out of hand.
But the thing is,
Alex Jones
didn't say
when there were actually dead bodies on the ground.
Alex Jones didn't say it was an inside job. Alex Jones said there was.
I think I can entertain the idea, and if you present evidence to me that it was an inside job, I know there were dead bodies on the ground. Well, that's a fact.
That's the argument that they're having right now. That it was like he said that there were no dead bodies. Them babies didn't die, and the parents sued, and they won, and so now he has to go bankrupt because
InfoWars can't afford to pay all those lawsuits,
and they got kicked out of YouTube. They got kicked out of I forget what other.
But that's what happens when you go rogue, dude. When you start believing shit with no evidence, when you start trying to play to the
masses,
yeah. It's honestly stupid but he's always been stupid, dude. Something in the water, something about gay frogs.
I do remember the gay frog shit. He lived and died off that fucking theory.
He did. And then he peddled some stupid freaking...
The butt wipes. I remember the butt wipes.
The butt wipes, and it was some kind of vitamin that was supposed to protect you from the gay frog water.
God damn it.
So, like, all
But
of
you
this
know,
stuff...
the saddest thing
and
about
all the
it-
stuff that he was peddling was ridiculous and had no evidence
But the
of proof.
saddest thing about it, people were actually buying it.
They were buying it, and that's sad and disturbing at the same
It
time.
wasn't just
too.
one crazy guy on YouTube. It was like a whole following of people. I'm killed on.
It's almost akin to the Joe Rogan thing, but Joe Rogan actually
Has facts, and he actually
has
double
facts
checks.
and double check,
And he reminds
most of the time.
Yeah,
most of
but
the
he
time.
also reminds people that he's
a
comedian,
moron. He's a comedian, and
and he doesn't know. He's an expert.
he's like,
Expressing his
I'm an
opinions.
idiot. He said, I'm an idiot. You shouldn't
listen to
take
me.
my stuff at face
I'm
value.
high half the time. Like he openly says it. Like, I'm not here giving you facts. I'm here giving you
But
opinions.
I like the fact that on Joe Rogan, it's a conversation. It's not a conspiracy theory.
And he has both sides.
He
which
has
people
both
always
sides.
forget. I need to watch the Bill Murray one. Because I heard that one was fucking phenomenal.
I haven't watched that one either. I didn't even know Bill Murray did it.
Yeah, Bill Murray got on there, and then he was
Bill
just like...
Burr or Bill Murray?
Bill Murray. The comedian, the controversial comedian that has his own show. The one that got in trouble for saying the N-word. And he had Snoop Dogg on it, fucking skull him. Yeah, you don't know who Bill Murray is?
You Bill Mayer.
Oh, Bill Mayer, that's how you pronounce it? I always call it Bill Murray.
Bill Mayer.
I always say Bill
Mayor,
Murray.
like the mayor of a town. That's how you say it.
How you say it? It's not Y and there's an H.
Yeah, I know, but still.
That's why I said Bill Murray.
Like, he even says his own name on his own show. It's like, I'm Bill Mayer.
Whatever. Spell it right then. But yeah, he was on there, and apparently I need to watch it. But apparently he's being compared to a conservative now because he's such an anti-liberal right at the moment. And I think it's crazy that if Bill Mayer is anti-liberal now, that really shows you how fucked up liberals are because he was a huge liberal. He
was
guns.
a huge liberal, dude.
He hates guns. He's all, he's this crazy
He hates guns, but he loves weed, and he used to be all about free public.
He loved Obama. Like, Obama was this dude. Like,
he was all about free public. Healthcare.
yeah, and he also was all about the free internet. I forget what it's called. The internet issue that they had, what was going on last year, where they were gonna block it out. I forgot. I'll look up the name right here.
Oh yeah, so we. I think at the moment we have the freest internet that there is on the planet.
Yeah, but they were trying to get rid of it.
But the thing is, like even Great Britain's gotten rid of it. So if you post something that's not along the lines of the way Great Britain or the way their government wants you, it's a basically if you put something that's against the government, they can prosecute you or sue you for it.
Yeah, because this is law that's no, it's not even that.
We don't have that here. I mean, we have certain things.
It's not a censorship law. What it was is it was an access law where it was to give the companies the right to say, all right, to exclusively own certain lines. To say, all right, you're going on YouTube. Well, we don't own YouTube, so we gotta shorten down your internet access because YouTube doesn't belong to us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And right now it's free.
So they were trying to like put stipulations on the infrastructure.
Yes, there's a word to it. They almost put it in play. The guy that Trump put in, he was gonna do it. And
the Indian guy, right?
Yeah, and he got fired with the stupid ass Reese's cup. It was a stupid ass giant Reese's cup. But he ended up getting fired, and the new guy said, "No, we're not doing that." I forgot what it's called. I don't want to look it up right now because it's too hard. But Bill Murray, he turned on the liberals so fucking fast. And I love it.
But at the moment, we need an advocate for the liberals because the Republicans are fucking like throwing wrenches in everything.
Well, yeah. Well, the problem is the liberals are fucking themselves over with these stupid ass arguments.
Like right now, there's that federal decriminalization of weed.
Yes.
And the Republicans are gonna fucking stonewall it when it gets to the Senate.
No, apparently because apparently the Texas government and a few other ones they want to go for it because they want to tax the shit out of it. They say they need to find a new way to make money. It's pretty much bold point. So,
I hope it happens. I hope you're right.
Here's the thing
but
that's going to happen.
What I'm expecting is it's going to get stonewalled in the Senate.
No, what I'm expecting is going to happen
because there's people stuck on this Reaganomics bullshit where weed is that stupid gateway drug that ruins
So
people's
what's going
lives.
to end up happening is they're going to use this. So whenever because it's always going to happen every year. The blue wave, red wave is going to win the midterms. It's going to happen. It always happens. That's why we have check and balance. Once that happens, a Republican is going to push in the bill, and they're going to pass it because they want the credit. So that's the worst thing that a Democrat would want. It's a Republican and pass the legalization of weed. Because then it just puts them on the board to win the next election. Because apparently Biden wants to run again. I don't know how he's going to run again. He barely knows where he's at right now.
Oh, man, my man Bernie said if Biden doesn't run, I'll give it another go. Come on,
God.
feel the burn.
He has another heart, right?
Dude, I would love Bernie in the presidency. But the thing is, with this red wave, if Bernie does get the presidency, then he'd be working, or he'd be a president with a Senate against him.
But quite honestly, But
that's what Obama had.
Yeah. But Obama had charisma. He has style.
Obama, no. Obama didn't have charisma. He was vanilla enough for the white folks and black enough for the black folks.
He had charisma. Shut the fuck up.
He was all right.
He had charisma. Look, he didn't have Bill Clinton charisma. He
didn't have Bill Clinton charisma, and I will admit, Bush Jr.
Because everyone knew Bush Jr. would drink a beer with you.
I would totally drink a beer with W.
My mom gave him beers. For those who don't know, my mom used to be his maid back in the heydays.
I would totally drink a beer with W.
And that is a true story. I'm not making that up.
W looks like he would have been fun with in college.
Well, ask my mom.
He was a solid C student, but he was a solid A friend.
Ask my mom. She would know. Because apparently he would come home at 3 in the morning asking for tacos.
Hey, like I said, Clinton and Bush had way more charisma than Obama did. Obama was the smooth talker. He was the low key guy. He was the guy you didn't see coming because he's not the crazy guy. And
he was actually pretty down the middle. If you look at his
I think if you look
back on it,
and I feel bad for him because he did have a Republican Senate, and all the things that the Republicans hated about his plans were things that they made him do in order to get other stuff done. They're like, we're gonna make you put this in Obamacare, but later we're gonna call you out on it because we made you do it.
Oh yeah, I believe it. And then it was the Obamacare incident. It was the big bank when he was trying to break up big banks.
Yeah.
The lobbyists kicked the shit out of him for that. Obama got his fair share, but there was a lot of shit that he did not do that he promised, which is he killed the DACA bill. That was not Republicans. That was Obama that killed it.
It was Republicans, but he had to sign it in order to get other stuff done, and he's admitted to this recently after. He doesn't have to be president. He doesn't have to run for office. He said, I did a bunch of things that I wish I would have done better, but I did it in order to get other shit done.
And shit happens. But it's just, and that's why I don't
hold it
against
compromises with the Senate.
Yeah, I don't hold it too much against it. I still say to this day, our best president we had is Bush, and people really hate him. Immigration was a lot easier process when Bush was under office, right?
Which is surprising.
Exactly. People thought that he was so he loved Mexicans. He's been openly about how the fact
he loved them tacos.
He fucking married granted a half Mexican, but
dude, she's barely Mexican.
No, she's half Mexican, but she's whitewashed as a motherfucker. she strut out that Spanish real quick. You want to get more ice?
Yeah. Want to pause it?
Oh, I finish it. No, well, you can pause it. But,
all right, you keep talking.
Like I was saying, and then pause. No, but yes, Bill Clinton was a good president. People don't want to give him credit. Ronald Reagan was an iffy president. He just gets credit for big things.
Ronald Reagan was dude. I don't understand how that got so bad. The war on drugs and all that.
The war on drugs was very biased.
It was biased,
and it was, and
we're still suffering the consequences now.
It was actually a racist thing led by the CIA, which nothing against Ronald Reagan. It was a CIA thing, which I firmly believe.
Yeah, but he put his stamp on it, man.
Yeah, because he's the president and he has to. Bush,
his wife continued that war on drugs.
That was horrible. That was just bad on her. That was horribly bad on her. But the point I'm getting here at, and while I'm saying this, while I pour out a nice yellow rose single mulch, which they don't make anymore, since this is a real treat. Ooh.
Dude, I like the little nice leather band around the neck of this bottle.
I know. They don't make it anymore. Apparently no one was buying
It's almost like a choker.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, apparently they stopped making it. Cause
something about doing things to throats.
Johnny Depp somewhere.
Johnny Depp, man, I'm drinking this for you, man.
So
doing things to throats that don't involve injury.
The Yellow Rose single malt is the Yellow Malt Singer Rose the Yellow Rose single malt is Texas version of a Scotch.
Texas version of a deep throat.
And that.
I'm falling.
But yes, no, it's yellow. It's a Texas version of a Scotch. So that's what this was.
It's got a nice, really amber color to it, which kind of makes me think it's not gonna taste as I think it's gonna taste.
No, it might taste like a Aubain. Aubain is like fucking thick and heavy.
It's got a bite to it.
Oh, I love it though.
It doesn't. No, it tastes really good.
It tastes very good.
It's got a little bite to it, but it's still like
very
super
nutty.
smooth.
It doesn't have that salt flavor that I.
No, it doesn't. Which one was
it?
that?
It was
Talisker.
But Talisker is it's Iowa Scotch, so that's gonna have the salt flavor to it.
Dude, we're gonna have to review some bad whiskey soon, because you keep getting these good ones.
I'm gonna have to start buying locals again. No, I've actually found some good bad ones that we would probably do on the show. Like I could talk shit about Weller's 12 all fucking day. I could talk shit about Dead Guy whiskey all fucking day because it's horrible whiskey. Old Cat was a bad whiskey.
Honestly, I hate your new shelf.
The one
The Crystal Head vodka shelf.
It was given to me for free.
That's an end cap. That's like one of those liquor store displays.
Yeah, someone gave it to me for free.
Yeah, I see it. I mean, I like the frame of it, but it still kind of looks kind of shitty and bare minimum.
I was running out of space.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was just like, I need it. But yeah, and it's limited on what I can put on it because everything's so short shelved. I'm like, God damn it, fucking Crystal vodka had to be so fucking short and stubbed.
Back to
my rant. What I'm getting at, because we talked all about the president for this. How do you feel about our president who gets stopped in the middle of the speech?
Of course, you get this from Fox News.
No, this is actually a lie. It's just people hate it. This motherfucker here, in the middle of, he's doing an interview. The fucking Easter Bunny's telling him to shut the fuck up.
What Secret Service agent agreed to be in that Easter?
He's like, I need you to make sure he doesn't say anything stupid. Where does Bunny?
The thing is, he doesn't. It's not that he says stuff stupid. He says opinions that don't align with what the government is supposed to be doing.
What is that? Like,
He gives
right
personal.
here.
He gives personal.
He says right here. Oh shit!
Like when he says when he said like Putin shouldn't be or someone should take out Putin. That's a personal opinion, but at the same time, it's not in line with what our government is supposed to be saying.
I guess
I agree with his opinion, but it's not in line.
I think it's more like
it gives the idea that America is okay with regime changes, which they are, but at the same time, we're not supposed to be saying that out loud.
Well, yeah, but the whole thing that Pakistan should not and Afghanistan should be is just like, wait, Afghanistan was the housing.
I said let's take out India, man. Let's stop the spam calls.
Well, there you go. No, but the also scary. He does say random shit. Like he wanders. That man, the motherfucker read the teleprompter, end of speech, in one of his speeches. Like, dude, like how robotic are you? Like you can't understand the fact. Don't say that.
You've never done that before?
No.
Bullshit.
You read end of speech.
I have before. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Sometimes I do go on autopilot, man, and it has nothing to do with my age.
But my
mental state is known to everybody. I am not the most stable person.
Look at his face, though. When a fucking bunny pops out of nowhere, like, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this guy?
I'm saying, man, if we had Bernie, dude, we wouldn't have this problem.
Bernie would die of a heart attack.
No, he wouldn't. We'd keep him alive, dude. He'd be on a machine up there, being like, "I'm here for the worker. I'm here. I want to put you at $15 an hour."
Yeah, but who fucking? He's such against healthcare, our current healthcare. That's what's keeping him alive.
He's written a bunch of books that people read and buy.
Yeah, but his shit is fucking like he's
no.
His economic ideas on
his healthcare is better than who's that dude Andrew Yang. His idea of healthcare was better than Andrew Yang's.
The problem with his idea of healthcare is based on countries that doesn't have our populace. Like Sweden is not as popular as us.
True. Sweden has a good healthcare system.
Because nobody lives there.
No. They do have...
They don't have a large populace.
Dude, they had enough money to spend on a freaking underground freaking freeway system.
Yeah, because
it took 20 years to build and freaking like... they're $10 billion or something like that.
Yeah. Because it's expensive to live in Sweden. Everything is taxed. But even at that, because the Swedish populace is so small, they could afford to do livable wages, or not livable wages, but livable like conditions and monthly checks to people that don't go to work. It's fine. But we live in this giant society. I hate saying that word now because of fucking Joker. We live in a society.
You're right. I believe in the right tool for the right job, but obviously the tool that
there is a middle. I know there is a middle ground.
The tool that we've been the middle ground was Obamacare. The original idea for Obamacare.
All right, yeah. Correct that, please, because
the original idea for Obamacare.
Because the Obamacare that we got was shit.
Or the Affordable Care Act, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. The what we got idea, was...
It's like communist. Communism was the great on paper. But when we got it...
but that's the thing. It's not full communism, but our healthcare system is one of those things like the right tool for the right job. If we need to socialize it, we need to socialize it. That doesn't mean we need to socialize everything about it, but at least most of it.
I'll give you credit. A lot of the thing when they say they throw socialism in front of it, it's because they want you to lose the argument. Not everything is socialist. The idea of gun control, it's not a socialist idea. It's common fucking sense. But God forbid we tell that to people. So I'm in the middle of that shit. But the Obamacare plan was always weird to me. But like I said, there was an original plan that got butchered. And then we got what we got.
The Republicans wanted all these stipulations. They wanted the minimum.
Just like
they wanted the minimum, like you had to pay a minimum. And then later they made that minimum unconstitutional.
The Republicans
they're the ones that put that in.
Yeah, but the Republicans aren't the only one that did that shit. Because whenever Nancy Pelosi, one of the worst human beings on the planet, because I hate Nancy Pelosi.
Stop wearing dashikis.
Exactly. Please. You're not black enough.
Nancy Pelosi is that person that has her hand up your ass trying to get you to say shit that you don't want to say.
And then Nancy Pelosi always wants to cater to the culture. She's that white lady that goes to a Mexican restaurant and be like, yo quiero agua. And gives that nasty ass grin afterwards because she just said the Spanish words. Yeah. We could have gotten a badass...
I'd give her tap water.
I'd give her spit water. We could have gotten a real badass healthcare stimulus check, a true one, the one that Trump wanted, that people forget. Trump wanted to give us like a $2,000, $1,000 a month, or what was it? Or it was some shit like that.
Actually, that wasn't Trump. That
was Trump. Go back and look it up. It was Trump that gave the initial idea, and we were gonna pass it because it was called the Emergency Health Care Act. And it was going to be for firefighters, all first responder nurses, all teachers were going to get some money out of it. And people were going to get like a monthly check.
That sounds so unlike Trump.
Look it up. It happened. But Nancy Pelosi went in there and started adding fucking shit to it at the last minute. Because, like I said earlier, they don't want Republicans to take credit for something, a good idea, just as much as Republicans don't want Democrats to take credit for a good idea. So the legalization of marijuana is in the stem of arguments that who's gonna get it first.
Just on Googling, it doesn't say who was the idea from.
You have to go through interviews and shit. Because no one's gonna say it. It's the part of the fucking.
If it was, it's one of those things where like I'll give Trump credit at some point where broken clock is right twice a day.
No, you're right. It's what it is. But there's been interviews and shit that he said it. That I want to give it, and even the Republicans are like, dude, we can't afford that. I'm like, yeah, we can. But
Trump can't afford everything, so he assumes everybody can afford everything.
That is probably another reason too. We can afford it. I can afford it.
If I can afford it, you can afford it.
I can afford to bankrupt 5 companies. Come on, let's do it.
If I can afford to fuck a 17-year-old in Epstein's compound, you can afford to fuck.
I do love how that thing always gets buried.
No one. They keep going after the Clintons for being at his compound one time. Yet there are dozens of pictures of Trump like hugging models who are 17, 18 years old.
He admitted to walking on to like junior pageants when they're 16, watching them naked. I mean, it's just weird how that works out. But yes. going back to it. Yeah, Trump. That was Trump's idea. It got destroyed by Nancy Pelosi because, again,
they don't want to give the Republicans the
credit.
satisfaction of being right.
Hell, fucking the Pfizer shot was from Trump, and the Johnson & Johnson shot would ironically kill people.
But so was the bleach drinking. And the hydroxychloroquine.
That was just bad. Well, to be fair, hydroxychloroquine was not proven not to work. It was just proven that
the benefit,
ivermectin
negatives outweighed the benefits.
Ivermectin is the worst one.
Ivermectin, yeah,
it's the worst one. And that wasn't even
the hydroxychloroquine was worse because people didn't realize that there was
two different versions.
There was a human version and it was an animal version.
The fish version.
Yeah.
No, ivermectin's the same.
I thought it was horse.
That's ivermectin.
Ivermectin is the horse one?
Yeah. The hydrochloroquine is how you clean out your fish tanks. And people were buying them at aqua stores and then dying afterwards.
Yeah.
It's an antibiotic for fish tanks, I think. There's the human version of it, and it's actually healthier. But yeah.
No, I thought the negative was that if you have heart problems or you're on the verge of having heart problems, it would exacerbate those heart problems.
Just like everything else. Like ivermectin, you have to catch it the first 3 days, and you have to be healthy. I mean, that's why Joe Rogan took it. But then again, Joe Rogan also got...
It's healthy. Joe Rogan does everything.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's healthy. Joe Rogan also got a banana bag. He also got multivitamins. He also got a giant, 2 liters of water in him.
Joe Rogan doesn't need to be on. Joe Rogan doesn't need to pay for healthcare. He can pay for his medical procedures.
Joe Rogan also got what's that? The blood transfusion.
How much was that deal that he got with Spotify?
Oh, fucking $2 billion.
Joe Rogan doesn't need to pay for anything ever again.
No, but there's also Joe Rogan also did that the other
or
thing.
Can afford to pay for everything.
Joe Rogan did the blood transfusion too. I forget what it's called.
The like antibody thing.
The blood transfusion. Yeah, there's a word for it because my buddy got it too, and that's super expensive. But that is a guaranteed cure to COVID.
Because you get the antibodies from somebody who's already been sick.
Yeah, and then you pretty much flushing your system out, and that costs money, and that insurance cover it. You have to pay out of pocket, or you have to be married to a nurse in the hospital.
Or you have to be fucking stupid rich.
Too. All right, that's enough.
I think people misunderstand the point of insurance. Point of insurance
is to help you. It's to help you get hold. Not to pay for the whole thing.
It's to help you pay for medical procedures that you can't pay for.
But
if you're rich as fuck, you don't need medical insurance. You can pay for that shit yourself.
Yeah. And most rich people don't have insurance because they don't
need it.
They don't want it. They don't want that extra taxation shit on there.
Also, insurance often dictates what procedures you get because of what you can afford. So, if this procedure you can't afford it, but it'll save your life, they won't give it to you because they don't think you can afford it.
So,
point in case is how I'm in the situation I'm fucking in. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to get personal.
God damn it. No. Well, let's move on from this. We got deep into politics. We'll give it another 15-minute go here. Moon Knight. Because I have a lot of graphics.
Dude, honestly, I think the whole series...
That's a great fucking joke.
The whole series is a wash for me because I've been on the fence since the beginning of the series. And I was never a fan of Moon Knight before the series. I think it's okay. I think if you were a fan, you might like it.
I don't know none of the Easter eggs. And... I'm just getting tired of the fucking...
This is like a filler for me.
I'm getting tired of the
Easter eggs. It's filler between MCU stories.
It's just not a great show. I don't know.
I don't think it's a bad show. I
like the actors in it. Like I think Ethan Hawke is acting the shit out of it.
Ethan Hawke is great. What's his name?
I seen Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaacs.
I've seen him act better.
I think as far as the multiple personality thing, he's doing a great job.
He's doing a good job.
I've seen people do better.
Yeah. I mean, fucking, what's his face?
But I think that also has something to do with
it better.
McAvoy did great. Dude, the whole M. Night Shyamalan thing, the whole Unbreakable. Dude, that shit was scary fucking, like, every time he changed personalities, like, you see the split.
Posture change.
They didn't have to do a scene change to make you feel like he's
Or like a weird CGI shit, nothing.
They didn't have to do well when he was crawling up the walls, yeah, but.
No, I'm talking about when he ever switched.
Still, when he switched personalities, that was on screen. There was no screen cut. There was no.
Like, you already automatically knew who he became. That's the thing. Like the
everybody had a different posture. Everybody had a different.
Like Patricia was always the
proper and prim, and then the little kid, he had a different posture and a different. He was
and
almost
then the
scared
OCD,
all
the guy
time.
that was OCD.
Yeah. And so like McAvoy did a great job with a person with OCD or not OCD, dissociative identity. I think Isaacs did okay and pretty good job. But at the same time, I think they depended too much on the screen cuts and stuff like that and the memory gaps. And
Which is, yes.
Yeah, and I think that was different and it didn't work for me.
I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why people claim it to be a great show. It's not a great show.
I think there's some... He's doing some good acting, but the screen cuts and the way the storytelling is going is getting in the way.
It's getting annoying, is what it is.
It is, yeah. And like I said, Ethan Hawke is doing great.
Especially for being a 30-minute show episode. Like, fuck, make it an hour at least if you're going to do all that shit. It's only 30-minute long episodes.
I think the story's not moving along fast enough for a show that's only 6 episodes long.
And 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
So it's annoying.
It is a little bit, yeah.
It's annoying.
I'm going to give it a slight thumbs down.
I'm giving it a thumbs down. I'm going to finish it off because I only got 2 episodes left. And
we all only got 2 episodes left.
I'm just kind of weird how they're going to... If they can't do Moon Knight right like this, I'm kind of weirded out how they're going to do Blade.
Moon Knight is a character that, like, I mean, it's a niche character. It's a character that not everybody was a fan of. It's a character that not everybody knows. They were just trying to, like, maybe... I don't know what they were trying to do. But still, I mean, for me, it's a slight no. If you missed it or if you didn't watch it, I don't think you're missing anything. It's not deep in the MCU. It's like I feel like at the moment, if you missed it, you wouldn't miss anything in the MCU.
I don't miss nothing in the MCU. So
I am excited to see Doctor Strange.
Who are you now?
I kind of am, yeah. Because, dude, there's so many Easter eggs already in the trailer about so much of the multiverse. I'm still mad about the Kang thing.
Why?
Because they set up this thing for me, and now it seems like it's not going to be a thing.
What are you talking
Or
about?
at least I don't see where it fits in the big picture.
It's all the long game, man. It's all about the long game.
Yeah, I guess. But in none of these movies, there's no mention of him. Like you see him mentioned in Loki and while we were watching Loki, they were peddling him as this new big bad that's supposed to be the new big bad for the whole MCU. And then like you don't see him in No Way Home at all. You don't, and there's no mention of him in.
How often do you
Strange.
saw Thanos in those 10 years?
Where was it? Dude, he was in the end credits somewhere. Which one was it? I think it was...
Avengers 2 was in the end credits. That was it.
Yeah, but Avengers was the big bad movie. Like,
Yeah.
And that was the first movie.
Yeah, but...
So they had him at the end of the movie, and he eventually became the big baddie for the last 3 movies.
Same here. Because they said they're not doing another Avengers movie. Avengers is done. They might do
but they need to do Young Avengers or New Avengers or something where they bring the whole MCU back together again.
Maybe. I'm waiting for them to do X-Men.
Because they're going to do, I don't know if it's Ironheart or they're going to do an Iron Man, but with either the protege or his daughter.
It's going to be Ironheart, and it's already going to be that black chick. I don't know her. It's comic book accurate. Speaking of which, did you see the trailer to Miss Marvel?
No, I haven't yet.
You haven't seen the trailer to that one yet?
Miss Marvel?
Yeah.
Is that the chick from
She's a new
WandaVision?
actress. No, she's a new actress. Miss Marvel is just the little teenage girl that can...
It's supposed to be the daughter of the chick in...
She's nobody. She's just a Pakistani girl that has powers.
Huh.
You never heard about her?
No, I haven't seen that one. Do I need to pause it for this?
Yes. We'll pause it for a second.
Hold on, let me watch this. All right, so we took a little break to watch the Miss Marvel trailer, and I guess this is the big boost for the weekend because a guy that can't sing but made a career out of singing in falsetto.
Movies, songs are fishing in Disney movies.
I think that's what made the whole trailer. This is a show. It's a show, right?
Yeah, it's a show.
It's a show for young brown girls, young girls in general. But this, I think it's a political piece.
Oh, you think so? You think it's a woke piece?
Yeah, I think it's a woke piece.
I mean, the comic itself is kind of a woke piece, but I don't understand why they changed her powers.
She gets a magic bracelet.
Yes, and in the comics, she's actually in a human, like an ancestor with a human. Her power is unleashed. So they changed a lot, which is kind of dumb. I mean, just because they don't want to compare her to Mr. Fantastic, which is stupid. And they keep it. Why is Mr. Fantastic such a
how does this compare to Mr. Fantastic though? He stretches, and he was already smart before he became.
No, but that's her powers too. She's able to manipulate her body. She could stretch. She could be bigger.
She doesn't seem that smart.
She's a woman, huh?
Not because she's a woman. It's just the way they portray her. I mean, she's on the one hand, she's just a teenager. So I don't think teenagers are smart to begin with. I wasn't smart. Were you smart? Hell no, you weren't smart. You wore Jinkos. You had roaches on your head.
I don't need this negativity from you.
But the thing is, I wore steel toe boots to marching band camp. So
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, I made it through camp.
Hey, that you did.
And I got prompts from an ex-military drum line. He was like, dude, he was like, props on you.
How dare you? But all right.
He was like, props on you for doing that in steel toe boots.
So how do you feel? All right, so you don't like the show that much?
Dude, I mean,
it got my curiosity.
I watch it. It got to my curiosity.
If it's like
again,
Hawkeye, I'll like it. Cause I liked Hawkeye.
I did like Hawkeye. So if it's more about the story and the character development than it is the powers and then I'll give it a chance. But if it's all about the powers and no storyline and no character development, then then maybe I might give it a pass. But we'll see. This is the first trailer I've seen. And when is it supposed to come out?
I think in the summer.
In the summer?
Summertime.
In the summertime.
Okay, I guess she's supposed to be the leader of the movie.
Again, I also feel like this is supposed to be like filler.
I don't know, because supposed to
just like Moon Knight.
They're setting up the Young Avengers, so I'm assuming I think she's supposed to be the leader of the Young Avengers.
We'll see. But Spider-Man is supposed to be the leader of the Young Avengers.
Was he? No, Spider-Man was just always an Avengers. Young Avengers like Hawkeye, Ironheart.
But afterwards, Spider-Man was the oldest of the Young Avengers, so he's the one that took on.
I guess. That makes no sense, but okay.
I guess, but that makes no sense. Okay.
There's utter silence on that one.
Young Avengers members.
Yeah, because there was Hawkeye, Flash, Quick and Flash, whatever the fuck is two twins' name, and Miss Marvel, and it's the black dude from Captain America, who was in it for like 5 seconds in the show. Oh yeah, and young Loki.
I want to see a show on Gator Loki.
They're making a comic of Gator Loki.
Yes, yes, Gator Loki. We need more Gator Loki.
Gator Loki. Is he really Loki though?
Huh?
Is he really Loki?
He is really Loki.
No, because he even asked me.
You know what? On my TikTok, there's a bunch of 3D printers showing up in my feed, printing Gator Loki. Even like 2 years after Gator Loki appeared, there is nothing on Gator Loki, and yet people were still like, Gator Loki's the shit. Gator Loki.
But is Gator Loki actually a Loki?
Stop trying to negate me.
But is it?
Stop it.
He even said it. He might not be a Loki.
Why are you trying to take this away from me? What did I do to you?
Alright.
Pendejo.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Oh.
Dos pendejos. pendejadas.
Well, we need to close.
We got a new theme song.
Hopefully. I want you guys to be safe, be smart, and responsible.
Here we
Next
go.
time.
Been on the run, the shadow ways of time. It's starting to make sense to me.